You asked for it, and Brett Veach, listen, guys, the Kansas City Chiefs have re-signed Kareem Hunt. I've got a few thoughts on the issue, and I've got I have to beg of you, I have to plead with you. Towards the end of this video, there is something I don't ask a lot, guys. I don't normally even ask you to like the video or subscribe until the very end, until I have said everything else that I'm going to say, and I'm not going to ask you for something at the end of this video. I'm going to ask you, beg of you, plead with you, do not do something, and we will get to that in a moment. In an article titled, Chiefs bringing Kareem Hunt back for another season, subtitled, After filling in for running back Isaiah Pacheco in 2024, Hunt has reestablished himself with the team that drafted him in 2027 from Arrowhead Pride by John Dixon. We get the following. Schultz reported that Hunt's one-year contract could earn him up to $2.5 million in 2025. Taken by the Chiefs in the third round, 86th overall. In 2017's NFL Draft, the former Toledo running back led the NFL with 1,327 rushing yards, along with 455 receiving yards as a rookie. But after 11 games of the 2018 season, during which Hunt had maintained a similar pace, Kansas City abruptly released him when it learned he had been less than truthful with them about an off-season incident in his hometown of Cleveland. Never go to Cleveland. After 5 seasons with the Cleveland Browns, Hunt was out of the game at the age of 29 until the Chiefs' starting running back Isaiah Pacheco was injured in 2024's second game. Now, I want to take a look at the Chiefs' backfield in general. The first name there, in order for me to get this all on screen, you just have to remember the first set of numbers is Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, 5'10", 216, 4'6", 040, a 36.5-inch vertical jump, a 9'11" broad jump, and 18 reps on the bench press. This is the power running back for the Kansas City Chiefs offense now. This is the hammer. This is the bowling ball in the backfield. This is a guy who always falls forward. That is why the Kansas City Chiefs need him in the backfield. Then we have Isaiah Pacheco. The middle of the game back, as far as these three are concerned, Isaiah Pacheco goes 5'10 3/8", 216 pounds, basically the same size as Kareem Hunt, but he runs a 4.37 40 with a 1.49 10-yard split, a 33-inch vertical, a 9'10" broad jump, and 27 reps on the bench press. Don't forget, a 4.37 40 and a 27 rep bench press performance for Isaiah Pacheco. The problem with Isaiah Pacheco is that he has not been able to put vision on the field. He's very fast. He's very strong. He runs directly into people. He has zero wiggle, I will say. And he's not always able, in that Kareem Hunt fashion, to fall forward. I do think he was starting to come around a little bit before he went down last season. We saw him break more medium-type runs. We haven't seen a whole lot of medium or long-distance runs for Isaiah Pacheco through the first 3 seasons of his career. He was starting, in my opinion, to get there last season. And then we have the guy who was signed this offseason, 5'10", Elijah Mitchell, 5'10", 201, with a 4.35 40-yard dash, a 1.51 10-yard split, so he is more of a distance runner than Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco with a 2/100th second slower 40-yard dash, but a 2/100th faster 10-yard split. He also had a 37.5-inch vertical, the most of the group, a 10'8" broad jump, the best of the group, a 4.20 20-yard short shuttle, the best of the group, a 6.94 3-cone drill, the best of the group, and he did a respectable 17 reps on the bench press. But Elijah Mitchell is the big play threat at the running back position. Seems to me, depending on the third and what, you have a running back for each of those situations. 3rd and 1, oh, we've got Kareem Hunt. 3rd and 19, oh, Elijah Mitchell will be on the field. So I think that we have the 1st and 2nd down back in Isaiah Pacheco, the guy who's going to get, his average hasn't been all that you would hope it would be with his size, speed, strength combo, But maybe it did him some good being out those months last year where he was on the sideline watching Kareem Hunt absolutely tear things up his first couple weeks back in Kansas City. Now, I do have some thoughts here. The first one is basically what we just talked about. You have a rounded out running back room now. Guys who can do anything. I think that Isaiah Pacheco is a fairly strong, I think he's a guard to outside the tackle runner. I don't know that he's doing his best work directly upfield or with a cutback lane. But I think if you get him the ball with a clear lane and a corner to take, he's going to be able to get there, right? So you have a first down, second down guy there. I do think Elijah Mitchell has the potential to be an absolute killer in an Andy Reid offense. I'm working on a video for tomorrow, and one of the things I'm exploring in that video is the 11 personnel for next season and what that could look like. You could have Elijah Mitchell on the field. You could have, so I think we're likely to see for the fourth consecutive year, Travis Kelce get fewer reps. So you will have Jared Wiley on the field, runs a 4.62 40-yard dash at the tight end position. Elijah Mitchell, a 4.35 40-yard dash. And your three wide receivers could be 4.21 Xavier Worthy, 4.27 Hollywood Brown, and 4.28 Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton, obviously, not the greatest wide receiver in the world, but by that point, he should be up to date on the offense. He should be ready to go. I would imagine he spent a decent portion of last season on the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad. So the addition of, I say all that to say this, Elijah Mitchell on the Chiefs offense could be something that is just transformational enough that the Chiefs really get some pop back. Now, here's where I have to beg and plead with you. I work overnights, and this is my day off. I screwed up my sleep schedule, so I was out later than I should have been. Driving around, normally I drive in absolute silence. It's kind of my thing. I decided, you know what? Let me turn on Sports Talk Radio. I got to make another video later. Let me see what there is going on. That's how I learned Kareem Hunt was re-signed. Carrington Harrison talking about Kareem Hunt being re-signed. Now, I have a rule in life. I do my best not to talk bad about anybody except for John Elway and Alan Alda. But Carrington Harrison had the dumbest take I have heard in quite some time. Carrington Harrison was making the point about re-signing Kareem Hunt, kind of saying he didn't support the move. At least I think he kind of has, and I'm not trying to, but a lot of mealy-mouthed takes from Carrington Harrison. I think he was kind of against the Kareem Hunt signing, but one of the things that he did say, which made no sense, was this. He said, okay, I am all right with this move as long as you draft a running back. Okay, I guess. I mean, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, and I think he said third or fourth round. You want to draft a third or fourth round running back when you've got these three guys on the roster, unless it's like Quinshaw and Judkins falls to the third round. I don't buy it, right? I don't see the point, right? And then he said this, because you already have Elijah Mitchell on the team. And I thought, I really got to see where you're going with this. I don't follow. Carrington, I don't follow where you're going here, Mr. Harrison. Because you already have your veteran running back. That is your argument? You were allowed exactly one veteran running back on the roster? No. Let me remind you where we are here. Let me remind you, let's not talk out of school. Kareem Hunt, or Elijah Mitchell ran a 4.35 40-yard dash. You see right here, Kareem Hunt ran a 0.435 40-yard dash. These are not the same running back. These are extremely different running backs. Elijah Mitchell is a very, very fast, very, very elusive running back who is able to hit home runs. He is 26 years old. He is 26 years old compared to Kareem Hunt, who's just about 30, compared to Isaiah Pacheco, who is also 26 years old. Elijah Mitchell, Isaiah Pacheco, they're the same age. If you're making comparisons between any two of them and their age, it should be Elijah Mitchell and Isaiah Pacheco. In fact, if we're being quite honest, I don't know exactly what it is that Isaiah Pacheco brings to the table that Elijah Mitchell does not. A little bit of power, but we don't see him exercise that power very often because he runs directly into people. He also made the point that Isaiah Pacheco will not be cut because it doesn't make sense to cut him. Financially, you get nothing out of it. I would hate to see Carrington Harrison's checkbook. Look, granted, Isaiah Pacheco is in the final year of a rookie contract for a 7th-round pick. Not very expensive. But let's pretend. Let's just pretend. Kareem Hunt comes out of training camp looking better than ever, and he wins the starting job. Elijah Mitchell comes out of training camp, and boy, he cut apart this defense time and time again. Let's pretend some other running back is drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 6th round. Let's just pretend. Or 7th round, I guess it would have to be. They don't have a 6th round pick. And he looks better than Isaiah Pacheco. You don't think you would flip Isaiah Pacheco's 4th season contract number for the rookie running back? The rookie 7th round running back who has not hit those escalation scales yet? You don't think you would try to trade Isaiah Pacheco for anything you could get out of him? Why wouldn't you? You would save that money. If Isaiah Pacheco suddenly finds himself as the 4th running back on the Kansas City Chiefs roster, he's in the final season of his contract. So Elijah Mitchell was signed for 1 season or 2, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, 1 season. Kareem Hunt just signed a 1-year deal. Isaiah Pacheco is essentially on a 1-year deal. He's in the last season of his rookie contract. In that case, if you do draft another running back in the 7th round or the 3rd round or 4th round as Carrington Harrison wants to, then absolutely Isaiah Pacheco becomes expendable. And I'm not saying I don't like Isaiah Pacheco. I'm just stating the facts. If Isaiah Pacheco exits training camp as the 4th running back, you do save money getting rid of him, moving on from him. Not a lot, but he's in the final year of his contract anyway. Don't. This is where I'm begging and pleading you. Please, 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 don't listen to sports talk radio. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's all commercials all the time, and it's so bad. That was a prime time, mid-afternoon time slot, and a guy was telling you that Kareem Hunt and Elijah Mitchell are the same running back, and it doesn't save you any money to move on from Isaiah Pacheco, even if he's the 4th running back on your roster. Okay. Maybe it's not me, guys. Maybe it's not me you prefer. Maybe you prefer all chiefed up. Maybe you prefer How About Those Chiefs. There's the ecosystem of Chiefs creators on YouTube is phenomenal right now. Maybe it's one of those guys that you prefer. Please spend your time there, not listening to the radio. Good Lord. And the last thing that I have to say here is that, yes, he is a year older, is Kareem Hunt. But he will be in training camp for conditioning. He will be on the roster week 1 and in shape. And he will not be the lead back. So the big deal with Kareem Hunt last season was that we saw him fade away at the end. Came out roaring early. He had been sitting on his couch. Didn't have the same second week as the first week that he was here. Didn't have the same third week as the second week that he was here. Kind of fell apart. Maybe that's his age. Maybe that's his running style. I tend to think he just wasn't in shape and was never able to reclaim his conditioning. And he was counted on to be the lead back week after week. I think we will see him not get 25 carries a game. Maybe he gets 5 touches a game. Maybe that'll be enough for him to make an impact on the offense, always falling forward. That's all I have for this video. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting a like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. And if you find yourself here by chance but not design, the Chiefs are the only thing I talk about on this channel. Dropping multiple videos every single week. We are over 2 years consecutive of daily uploads. And as always, I hope to have you back for the next one.